Drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Mark Toscher here, and 25 years later, we still climb so they are never forgotten. Join the Green Bay Metro Fire Department and Pierce Manufacturing for the 14th annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, Saturday, September 12th at Lambeau Field. Climb at your own pace while carrying the name and photo of one of the 343 fallen firefighters. It's not about how fast you climb, it's about why you climb. All funds raised benefit the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Register or donate at piercemfg.com/climb.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance. Because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Fall is right around the corner, and we've got something new to celebrate this season. You already know and love our apple flavor. In fact, you love it so much, we're giving it a package all its own. Introducing the new Apple 4-Pack, the same crisp apple flavor you can't get enough of. Now in a convenient 4-pack that's perfect for sharing, stocking up, or enjoying all season long. This fall, grab the new Apple 4-Pack from Carbless. Go to drinkcarbless.com and find it near you.
Want to feel like yourself again? Milwaukee Weight Loss helps people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections or crazy workouts. Get $200 off through August 31st. Schedule your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Shoot. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
I'm going to do a thing here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning that might surprise Packers fans. This on the morning of the second preseason game, Packers taking on the Denver Broncos today. I'm going to compliment the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. Any ideas, gentlemen, of what the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns have in common as it relates to the preseason? Gabe, I feel like this trivia question is right up your alley.
They could both be called the mistake on the lake.
Not bad.
He's not wrong.
No.
He's not wrong.
The Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns famously went 4-0 in the preseason in advance of seasons where they went, guys.
Ran the table in reverse.
0-16 in the regular season, which is always used as sort of evidence, empirical evidence that the preseason matters 0%, right? That's always kind of the outcome, the wins and losses, yes. But as the Packers take the field tonight, Gabe informs us this morning in our production meeting that the Packers starters are expected to play. What was it, Gabe? Two series. Okay. And we did a little digging, and it sounds like the Denver Broncos are going to play their starters as well. In fact, it will be Bo Nix out there to start the game. And according to Sean Payton, he's expected to play about 14 snaps. So with that information, knowing that the Packers are taking their starters and they will be out there for at least 2 series, knowing that the Broncos will have their starters out there for at least 14 snaps. That was offense, but I'm sort of transiting it to the defense as well.
It would stand to reason that would make sense.
What do you need to see from the Green Bay Packers tonight, Chew?
Efficiency on offense. Move the ball. Block. Catch. Run. I want to see left tackle. I want to see...
Any other fundamentals you want to get out
there? I
there?
want to see left tackle. I want to see left guard. I want to see right guard.
Because I
want to see Marshawn Lloyd do something.
Because while, yes, the starters are playing, I can't imagine that a starter like Aaron Banks is playing.
No.
Where he's been dealing with the knee tendonitis, and I would assume a game would fall under strenuous football activity.
What?
Preseason, though?
You tell
Maybe
me.
not.
You tell me, bud.
Starters on the field, though.
Yeah.
I have not played in a preseason game. You tell me if that falls under the category of strenuous football activity that would flare up his tendonitis.
For some. No, but those are positions I'll be looking at. Marshawn Lloyd's got to show me something. I mean, everyone's...
What he did in the first
potential
game wasn't enough? You didn't like running the ball.
Well, but here's the thing with that, Chew. Like, I mean, he's the type of back where, I mean, what did he get? 4 carries?
Yeah.
That 5th carry could go for 15 yards, and suddenly that average looks good, because he's got that explosive ability. Yeah. So for him, it's a sheer numbers game almost, and I don't know if they're going to give him those touches.
I'd want what?
I would like to see 8. I would like 8 to 10. That's what I would like to see out of Marshawn Lloyd. But also, if you want to see Jordan Love get work, he's not going to get 8 to 10 touches with the starters.
Yeah. Love, I don't care. I know what he can do.
Really?
No. I know what he can do. I mean, going out and going 7 for 8 for 80 yards, great, Or if he went 2 for 8, I'd be like, who cares? I know what he can do. I don't know what the other guys can do. No idea.
Well, and with the Broncos playing their starters, that's a team that led the league in sacks last year.
Yeah, this is a good defense.
So that's you want to talk about the offensive line? That's a great test for Morgan at left tackle, for Burton at left guard, for Monk at right guard. That's going to be a really good test for them. And I want to see if they're living up to it. Yeah. Sean Ryan, can you get the protections right as a center? Not that they're going to be looking at exotic, blitz looks from the Broncos, but still, I'm sure the Broncos are going to bring a blitz package or 2, and you're going to have to respond to it. Yeah, I'm about the offensive line. I'm looking more about the offensive line than anything else.
I said it last week that I wanted the number 1 offense to find the end zone, and that still stands true today. Sounds like they're going to get a little bit more opportunity to do so, but I expect 2 drives for you to find the end zone on at least one of them. All well and good to see Trey Smack, right? We were all thrilled that we were able to see, look how good Trey Smack looks in actual action. I don't want to go so far as to say a game because we just distinguish the difference between the preseason and the regular season. But it was good to see him. So now I'm like, okay, I want to see this offense punch it in. I want to see Jordan Love find Christian Watson in the end zone. I want to see Marshawn Lloyd cross the goal line. I want to see that in your first 2 series because one of the things that we have been frustrated about in recent years about this Green Bay Packers offense is the slow starts, right? And the inability to find the end zone on those early drives. And then we have lamented about how many offensive drives they get. And it's like, if you can just start early, and whether it's your scripted first 15 or whatever, get your guys in the end zone, Gabe, I'll feel a lot better about where the offense is. And to your point, the offensive line's ability to keep Jordan Love upright and allow him time to make the right play.
Yeah, it's a nice test because you're going to be facing a really good pass rush. Granted, a lot of that schematic in week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. So this is a nice dress rehearsal test for the offensive line that could be starting that will play tonight. Go out there, show what you are capable of doing, and keep Jordan Love's jersey clean.
Kraft isn't playing, though, right?
Can't imagine.
All right. Well, Wiley, let's see what you can do. That second tight end's still an important position. You know? Could be a matchup problem, which it was.
Well, if you have a good second one, yeah.
And we assume that Musgrave's done. I mean, they don't like necks. So.
Well, I mean, there haven't been any updates on him.
Which is not good.
No.
Golden's another one I would put in that category.
Make him the focal.
Make him a focal point of tonight. Him and Marshawn. You know, run some slants. I want to see what he can do. I want to see what kind of route runner.
I mean, but you have a better feeling for Golden than you do Lloyd.
Yeah, but he's someone I want to see hit the ground running.
Yeah.
I don't want to see,
especially with the praise that Jaden Reed was giving him.
Yeah.
Setting the league on fire.
Yeah.
All right. In order to do that, you've got to hit the ground running in week 1, Chew.
Defensively, pass rush would be nice. Is defense playing 2 series as well, or is it just the offense?
I would assume.
Again, we're just using transitive properties.
Yeah.
Everybody always kind of,
I
however
don't
long
need
the
to
starting
see,
quarterback plays is how long the starters
I don't need to
play.
see Hargrave. I don't need to see Zaire. But I need the corners, and I need pass rush. Decide who's going to be Micah Parsons week 1? Or are they going to do it by committee? Which my guess is right now they'll do it. Sorrell and
Yeah, I mean, my guess is whoever the hot hand is there, right? Yeah. And I know, Jen, earlier this week you were talking about we focus so much on the starters, but especially in a position where you rotate enough.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucas Van Ness is going to be getting the lion's share of those snaps, but I'm guessing there's even if, let's say, Sorrell wins the starting job.
Yes.
There's still going to be opportunities for Denai Dennis Sutton, for Brenton Cox, for Colin Oliver. There's going to be opportunities for those guys to rotate in and still make an impact.
Yeah, but they have to play the run as well. You know what I mean? Sorrell's a little light in the ass. I mean, if they're going to run, they're going to run that way. So he's got to defend the run as well, not just pass rush.
800-990-3776. Packers taking on the Broncos tonight in the second preseason game. They are in Denver. What do you want to see from this team? What will you be paying attention to? I think there's a lot of things, and that's why whenever somebody says, the preseason doesn't matter, it's not necessarily indicative of the regular season success. And that was the point of talking about Detroit and talking about Cleveland earlier, because they both famously went 4-0 in the preseason and then went 0-16 in the regular season. But you can glean some information from what you see, particularly if Matt LaFleur and company are going to be putting their starters out there for 2 series. 800-990-3776. What will you be paying attention to? There's some rumors and reports out there, guys, that the Packers are kicking the tires or at least making calls on cornerbacks. Again, we didn't ask Adam Schefter about that yesterday. Maybe he had heard some percolations as well. But Gabe, if that is the case, how does that make you feel about the guys they're going to trot out there at the cornerback position?
I mean, I'm sure the Packers make a lot of calls on a lot of different positions. Goody always talks about, any general manager really talks about, we're always looking to improve. So that means including making calls. I mean, Jordan Schultz had the report, Joey Porter Jr. Teams are asking. Okay, so he's not actually available. Because if the report is, teams are curious if he's available. Okay, so the calls have been made, and the answer from the Steelers was, no, he's not available. Maybe he becomes available later, depending upon what happens with his contract dispute. Right now, he's on PUP with a back injury, but I can't, and I am not expecting the Packers to go out and make a significant difference and have a big trade, much like they did last year with Micah Parsons, because that is the exception. The corners that they have are the ones they're more than likely going to be rolling with.
That could be just a shot across the bow, too, to the cornerback room.
Like a wake-up call?
Yeah. Like, hey, no one is secure here when it comes to the starting position. They could be just playing that. Or it could be just, Keyshawn, shut up and play football. So.
But it didn't seem like LaFleur had a big issue with what
they can't afford Joey Porter Jr. anyway.
Well, that's the other thing is if you trade for him, you got to pay him.
Yeah,
because that's part of the dispute that is going on right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know about you. I'd rather see them pay, I don't know, Tucker Kraft first before they start worrying about paying guys that aren't currently on the roster.
Yeah. How are they cap-wise?
Okay.
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay. But Kraft's really the last one, right?
Yes. Like eventually.
I mean, they'll have to make a decision on Van Ness. But.
Oh, yeah. They'll have to make a decision on Van Ness next year.
But this is your last big one.
Depends upon what Edgerrin Cooper does this year. Could be a bigger contract next year.
Was he a 2?
He was.
All right.
So he's only got 4 years. Correct.
Okay.
So he'd be going into next offseason, going into that 4th, and that's when you typically start those conversations.
Yeah.
800-990-3776. I got reaction rolling in on the YouTube stream already. Jalen says, Smackaroo. I kind of like it. Trey Smack. Smackaroo is his nickname.
Sounds kind of like Underoos. I don't know. I was never a fan.
Reminded me of Scooby-Doo. I don't know. Missed some in practice. Let's see how he does again. So it sounds like Jalen will be keeping an eye again on the field goal kicker. Meanwhile, Wrenchy, I don't know these YouTube handles. They're a little bit off the wall.
I'm just so scared every time you read a YouTube user handle.
Honestly. He says DDS.
There's some inappropriate ones there.
Denied Dennis Sutton, who missed, I think, the first preseason game.
He did.
So it'll be interesting to see if he is out there. And then let's see how he is, Chew, to your point on that defense.
I met Dumpy yesterday.
Oh. Dumpy in West Bend.
It took me a second. Not what I thought. When you think
Didn't look like a Dumpy?
When you think of a Dumpy, what do you I pictured 5'8", 275. Typical lineman for Whitewater. He's like 6'5" and skinny. I was disappointed. I was like, are you sure?
Did you ask him how he came up with that nickname?
I didn't. He was
because he was just too shocked at how
he was hauling in water to my gym, and he stopped me. He's like, "Chew, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, typical. What's up, buddy?" It's me, Dumpy, from West Bend.
Because when he said, "Hey, Chew," you're like, "Oh no, do I actually know this person?"
Yeah.
And then you were panicking because you're like, "Oh, I don't know if I know."
Well, that's
this
where
guy.
the buddy comes out.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Chief, pal,
yeah. Disappointed.
Sport,
curly hair. Not what I pictured. Good guy. Solid.
Were you expecting him to be a good guy?
He is going to be at the Potawatomi Schmishmash.
The fantasy football draft, which is next Thursday, which we will be giving away an alternate spot to later today in the show.
He asked me if I was going, to which I chuckled. I'm out of town.
Sure.
And by out of town, you mean not in Milwaukee proper.
Yeah.
He's in Economawalk.
Past my bedtime.
800-990-3776. Reaction rolling in on the YouTube stream. Get us your reaction. What will you be watching for? What will you be paying attention to? Some people saying backup quarterbacks as well.
Yeah.
Now,
is Tyrod Taylor a lock?
I think so.
I mean, maybe, but they really seem to like Kyle McCord.
Yeah.
Rudy gushed about him the other day.
Well deserved. Played well against Pittsburgh.
I thought he played well as well. I will be paying attention to the offensive line. I'm very interested to see if they give Burton the nod, right? If they get Jagger Burton.
Yes.
Jagger Burton. I just got to get that,
what do you want to say?
Jaeger.
Oh, okay.
That's how you spell Yarmir, right?
It's J.
So that's how you spell Yager, his last name, but she's trying to say
Jagger Burton.
Yes.
I just need to say it over and over again until it rolls off the tongue without
and she wants to
thinking
say
about
Jaeger, like the Jaeger bomb, like Jägermeister.
I just go moves like
Jagger.
Yes. That's a good way to do it.
Shout out to Maroon 5.
It's a good little device. Good little device.
Yes.
So in his head, he's going moves like Jagger.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's a Chris Berman.
Yeah.
Definitely a Chris Berman.
All right, 800-990-3776. What will you be paying attention to tonight? Let us know in the YouTube stream. Let us know on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. Less is more. We got Craig Karmazin coming up. Special time for the boss. He'll be in just a minute.
Planning a pizza night? Make it a good one by stopping at Sendix. You can pick up Connie's thin crust pizza. And Connie's is known, of course, for its bold flavors, all natural ingredients, and a cornmeal dusted crust that you'll love. It's unlike any other crust you can have when it comes to premium quality frozen pizza. And for just $4.99, It's premium price pizza at a great price. Ideal for an easy dinner, weekend treat, or entertaining at home. This sale runs through August 25th, so it's a limited time only. Make sure you're picking up Connie's thin crust pizza in the frozen aisle at Sendik's.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Still looking great out on the roads. Eastbound 94, just a little bit tight from 70th Street past 68th. Westbound, whatever we had, westbound through the stadium is eased up, so it's looking good there. Just a broken down vehicle on the off-ramp to North Avenue from southbound 41. Other than that, we are looking really good so far this morning. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Today, chance for morning showers. Afternoon strong storms are possible with a high of 78. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies, a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 25th.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the New York Mets.
Got him swinging. Throw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Misiorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 25th at 6:10 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile isn't just another race. It's twice the action. 2 races, 1 legendary track. Bring the crew, bring the family, or just bring your need for speed. Because this isn't just racing, it's a full-throttle summer event. This is the Milwaukee Mile doing what it does best. Snap-on IndyCar weekend, August 28th through the 30th. Grab your tickets now and hold on tight.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
Just doing some roofing on another lovely Wisconsin day. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, it's just roofing done the old-fashioned way. Do you need shingles? Let's mingle, for a Wisconsin tradition never dwindles. So raise a glass, shake a hand for this old-fashioned brand. Whoop, that's old-fashioned roofing.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Any of those things, because it exceeds. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm burping up my apple right there. That's what that was. I wasn't pausing for effect. I literally was burping my apple.
All right, can we just go to break?
No.
On 94.5 ESPN. It's Friday, and that means it's time to check in with GKB President Craig Karmazin.
Has any market been as consistent where they only have one team than Wisconsin? We know Chicago hasn't been.
No.
Fridays with Mo.
Yeah, but until you win a championship, you can't really say that. And they've had one champion.
Chewy, we're going to just create an AI. Or the AI Chewy can just bring up championship. We don't even need Chewy.
They've had one championship.
What, it's going to be put like a hologram over there?
Yeah. Craig Karmazin on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Saturn Lounge, your partner for marketing strategy, creative content, and winning campaigns. From websites to video and everything marketing, visit SaturnLounge.com to tell the world your story.
Switching it up and getting to Craig Karmazin a little early this morning. Good morning, Craig. How you doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Ooh, a little subdued. I like it. All right, let's talk a little baseball.
Oh, that was subdued? I'm hanging in Newark Airport, and I thought I was like in an area that I was like properly loud, but maybe I still was conscious of my surroundings here.
Well, good. I'm happy to hear that. I want to talk a little baseball with you. So the Brewers still have the best record in baseball, ahead of the Dodgers and ahead of this weekend's opponent, the Atlanta Braves. Today it is Jacob Misiorowski versus Chris Sale on the hill. What is your excitement level for this matchup?
Extremely high. It's crazy to look at how good Sale has been this year and to see a guy who's walked like less than 30 guys on the year. 15 of 22 starts have been quality starts, second in the league in ERA, and then to compare his numbers to the Miz, like really allows you to realize just how dominant the Miz has been. I mean, Sale, arguably, Sanchez with WAR, there's other reasons you can go with someone else, but Sale's arguably the second best pitcher in the National League, and he's not even in the same stratosphere as what Miz has done this year.
How many games have you gone to?
Brewers games?
Yeah.
I've been to 7 home games this year.
Okay, more than I thought. Because I didn't want you buying playoff tickets. I don't think it's fair.
What?
I don't think it's fair for you to sweep in and get them when you're really not a guy that goes to the stadium a lot. I don't think that's right.
You don't think 7's solid?
No, 7's solid. I thought you were going to say 3. I'm trying to
this
figure
year?
out what the number is. So.
Okay, I guess I get better pick up the pace here because I've been to 2 and I'm definitely going to playoff
Yeah,
games.
that
So
shouldn't be allowed.
How many? Do I need to go to 5? I'll get it in. And well, it's going to be tough.
I was about to say,
at
they have a lot of
least
home series
7.
left here, Jen.
And I start football
is
in 2
about to
weeks,
start
so
up for you.
Actually, that's
Wait,
a
now,
ridiculous
Chewy,
rule.
what's your tally at?
I'm not allowed to
Chewy,
go.
what's your tally at?
In how many years?
Okay, so no.
It's not allowed. He doesn't want to.
Yeah, I don't think Chewy was waiting in line to get playoff tickets anyway.
I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's right.
What if somebody offered you a playoff ticket? What if I go and I buy 2, I can't find
I'd
someone
give
to
it
go,
to you.
and I'm like, Chew, would you go to this playoff game
No.
with me?
I'd say give it to
I think
someone
it's not
that goes.
fair that, especially someone that tall. Like I think if you aren't like a loyal fan and then you're that tall, so not only are you going and taking the seat of someone who deserves it more, but then you're blocking the view of someone who deserves it more.
Well, I'm not going to block many views in a box. Right?
So we found out the only way Chewy's actually going to go.
I still wouldn't. No, I think just shy of 10%. Jen, you got to pick it up a little bit here.
What should the threshold be? 5? You said 7 was good for Craig. He's gone to
So
7
10%
games.
of 82 would be 8.
Yeah.
Ish.
So you got to go to 8
Yeah, I
games.
think
This
8
is
games.
an interesting fan theory that you're throwing together, an interesting fan requirement that you're throwing together. You have to go to 10%.
Not to be annoying, but it is 81. It is 81 home games.
Oh.
Does that change your math, Chew?
No, it's still at
So
8.
you have to go to 8 and 3 innings.
Are you with me, though? I mean, the people that go to a lot of games should be able to go.
Keep me from going to the postseason game. So, in principle, no, I'm not with you.
Okay. All right. It's not a fan.
I think there should be is it like how people try to restrict voting? Like there should be a quiz, Chewy, at the front gate, like when you're trying to get into a playoff game where you have to correctly answer like 3 out of 5 questions, right? It's like,
yes,
like your contest on Friday, like if you could remember what you said.
And we claim to have 2 of the biggest Packer fans. Horrible about history. Their Packer card should be, if you don't know superstars from back in the day, you should lose status.
We need
I
to have
know
a
more
running-
superstars
You
from back
do,
in
but
the
the
day.
guy behind the glass doesn't know you know what. He's such a player of today.
It's Will behind the glass today.
I know,
you're
but it's
referring
usually
to Joshy,
Josh.
who's usually behind the
I was
glass.
gonna say.
Gabe, I know you have a running list in your computer of Chewy's arrogances,
Yeah.
like the things that he thinks people are arrogant about. We might need to start a whole separate list of these sort of like rules he has, like how many past players you need to know in order to have to be eligible for fandom.
Like Craig, could you name the 87 Mets team? The starters.
Yeah, I mean, I would. The 86 and the 88 were the teams that went to the playoffs.
Yes.
But I could, so I might miss. Like, I might say Kevin McReynolds was the left fielder on the 87 Mets, but he may have been acquired midway through the year. But yeah, of course. And I'm a Yankees fan.
But Craig, like not knowing Mike.
But I could name the 87
Josh
Twins.
not
Like, I
knowing.
grew up in New Jersey.
Josh
I could go Tim Laudner, Kent Herbeck. Like, I could go around the entire Steve Lombardozzi, Greg Gagne, Gary Gaetti. Like, I could go around the whole of the 87
Like
Twins, but I'm just
Josh,
a loser.
Josh not knowing who Mike Pryor is an absolute joke.
I mean,
it's a joke, Gabe.
Mike
Could
Pryor,
you name the 82 Brewers starting lineup?
I mean, I wasn't even alive then, but yes, but also like Craig, I'm a loser. So like, Mike Pryor was a backup safety.
He had an interception in the Super Bowl.
Sure, but he was a backup safety. Like if you were asking Josh,
Is he number 39?
Do you think
Was he
Josh?
number 39?
Do you think Josh could name the total offense in 1996?
I mean, no, but
That's
like,
a joke. Then
you have to name all 22 starters from the
Yep.
Super Bowl.
If you want to call yourself a diehard,
I don't
I'm
even
sorry.
think you can do that, and you were one of the 22.
I could. Maybe. Craig, are you with me or not, though? You know?
I mean, I do think, so I'm very into, trading cards and collectibles, and there's, an authentication and certification that you can get to know that a card is legitimate. I do think it would be interesting if there was some authentication process for your fandom. So you could, when you meet someone and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm a Bucks fan. And you could be like, well, are you an authenticated Bucks fan? Or are you just
So this is very problematic for me as a woman in sports who for a very long time would be like, oh, you're a such and such fan? Name 5 players, right? And that always felt very sexist. So I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around this.
Now, Jen, then male or female, they'd be able to be like, oh, you're an 8.5 Brewers fan.
This
when
feels like
you
a
just met
Black
someone, you would
Mirror
just know.
episode.
No, it's like when
it
you
would eliminate.
When you used to
It
get
would eliminate the bias.
when you used to get qualified for Twitter.
Yeah, you didn't need to do anything.
That was the problem. That's why it went away.
No, now you just have to
Well,
pay for
now
it.
you have to pay for it.
Oh, well, even better.
Speaking
Jen,
of talking
wouldn't it
about
be
things
so
you have
much better?
no idea about, you're not even on social media, and you're over here talking about the qualifications.
I hear
for
things.
Twitter.
I hear things.
What were you
Keep
gonna say,
saying,
Craig?
keep
Wouldn't
that
it
ear
be
to the ground.
cooler?
No.
Wouldn't- It'd be so cool, Jen. If people met you, and instead of being like, name 5 players, they're like, whoa, she's a 10.0 sports fan.
Yeah.
Wait, so basically
if
what you're
they just
talking
knew
about is
that
an
just
Uber
from
rating.
when they first
Yes.
met you.
You're basically
PSA.
talking about an Uber rating.
Yeah. Yes.
I think you should have that for everyone who texts or
diehard.
calls into the show,
Yeah.
so that when you're judging their opinion, you could be like, oh, that came in from a 9.2. That's pretty, important. That person knows ball. It's a knowing ball score that you would have for each person contributing to the show.
Gabe, could you name all 22 from 2010? I could not.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Okay. Gabe's probably a 10. That
With
sounded
Stark,
weird,
the
but
running back, I don't even know if I could name the running
Yeah,
back.
you know the running back from 2010.
Mm-hmm.
444, had the run during
Starks.
the playoffs. There you go.
yeah, see, I'm a diehard.
It took you a little longer.
It did. I was thinking Dexter McNabb. I'm like, no.
No, that's
He
that
played
is-
with me.
Well, how many minus points on your rating do you get for that?
I should get some. I'm not going to lie.
Craig, are you flying back for the game today? Speaking of Brewers games and going, are you flying back so you can go see Miz versus
I am.
Sale?
Are you really?
I'm flying back, but I think I'm going to have to go to work because I'll be flying. So, what's the game started? 3:15.
3:10, yes.
Really?
Okay. I mean,
That's
I
weird.
could see. I could see a fifth inning pop in. Is that unacceptable?
Well, but
or
hold
does that
on. Like,
work?
these are two pretty, I mean, I think it's going to be a quick game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be seventh inning. Does that count as attending the game?
Well,
if I
why
get
would
there
you
during
go?
the
Both pitchers will be out.
Still two great teams. Like, still baseball, and with the pitch clock, it's still like an awesome product.
All right.
I've gone to Brewers games as late with Harper. We went to a Reds Brewers game last year. We got there in the bottom of the sixth and still had a great time. Like, I think it's like we picked up tickets on a secondary site for like $15 total because it was the sixth inning. And we were just like, hey, that'll be fun.
Was
there great.
Was there still someone at the gate to allow you in?
There was only one gate that was open at that point.
Okay.
But yeah, there was someone who let us in.
I guess at that point, some people are leaving early, Like, I don't even know if
yeah, there were people. Oh, there was a steady stream of people. The Brewers were losing. They ended up coming back and beating the Reds. It was so fun. We definitely got our money's worth.
Craig, we never got a chance to talk to you.
By the way, we had a game where we bought tickets in the bottom of the fourth, and they were $20, and there was a $15 merchandise credit on each ticket. It was like,
oh, wow.
We were almost getting paid to go to the game.
Did you hear what Evan Waffles said this week on Unsportsmanlike?
I did not.
You didn't?
Nope.
Dave, give him the bullet point.
Nope.
Where he called out everyone in the station here, wrongfully, Gabe, about being toads. The other ones were fine because they kind of are toads. But then he finished his sentence by saying saying they're overrated.
So they were doing, because as ESPN Radio does in the lead up to the season, they have these top 5 lists. Top 5, and earlier this week it was top 5 most overhyped teams going into the season. Evan had the Canty was doing the list. Canty had the Packers at 4. Evan jumped in, agreed, went after myself, Josh DiMaggio, Molly Brown, Tausch, Kyle Wallace. And then decided to just at the end, after going hard against the Packers being overhyped, to try to sneak in there. Oh, they still might be good, but right now they're just overhyped. So that way, if they end up being good, nobody can actually go after him. He just he had a strong take and then, decided to hedge his bets by saying the Packers could still be good.
You agree?
Yeah, I think those lists are kind of dumb right now because, like, the NFL, like, we had 2 teams last year in Seattle and New England who nobody thought were Super Bowl teams at this time last year. The NFL is just so good in its unpredictability that, like, I don't know, the Packers were the best team in the NFC for the majority of the year last year until they had the injuries and all that. They would have been the 1 seed, like, at the end of the year. And they were an early exit. Like, they could be anything. So they're underrated. They're overrated. I have no idea.
Craig, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning from the airport in Newark. We will talk to you again soon. Safe travels.
Go Brewers. Go Bucks.
Our chat with Craig Karmazin brought to you by Saturn Lounge. Connect with our friends Jim and Bennett for all your website and video needs.
Take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Roll on right after this.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94 is cleared up nicely. We got eastbound, maybe a quick brake check between 70th Street and Hawley Road. But the rest of the system is looking great. I'm not really seeing any other incidents or slowdowns. Happy Friday. Traffic is brought to you by Geist Garage Doors. For over 70 years, Geist Garage Doors has been the local trusted name for garage door sales, service, and repair. Visit GeistDoors.com and don't think twice. Call Geist. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, chance for morning showers. Afternoon strong storms are possible with a high of 78. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies, a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 50 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. No application fee if you apply by September 1st. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Care. You can just save yourself so much time by going, okay, we like this guy, this guy, this guy. Let's take a look at all the different things he did at the combine. I just hit my phone, and now my hand is just tingling.
No,
What's
your
with you
hand
two
is
today?
no.
Jesus. Do you know how to function?
I just like...
On 94.5 ESPN.
If you're chasing big jackpots and nonstop excitement, Potawatomi Casino Hotel is your place to play. You got fast payouts, so you're right back in the action before you know it. You never miss out on a jackpot. They've got 2,600 slot machines, including exclusives right off the Vegas Strip. So we are always seeing the latest and greatest games right here in the Midwest. And if you're not sure where to find your favorite game, the slot attendants are experts on the floor. They can help you find it pretty quickly. Play with your own denomination, whether it's 1 cent or up to $100, and they've got classic reels and interactive games, so there is always something new to discover at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. I was just talking with Gabe during the break how, Chewy, I don't want to gatekeep fandom. I want people who love sports across the spectrum to feel welcomed in sports conversations. And so I was saying to Gabe, like, my dad knew the entire 1985 Chicago Bears roster, right? Certainly helps that they won the Super Bowl and, you know, obviously one of the greatest teams ever in the Chicagoland area. But when you talk to him about sports, he was an idiot.
Really?
Yes. Oh, my goodness. But my mom is a diehard St. Louis Cardinals fan, to the point where still to this day and throughout my childhood, she watches every single game. Now, it's a lot easier now that you've got on demand and she can pull it up on her phone and she can watch, you know, being in Illinois, she can watch every Cardinals game. Those are two very different types of sports fans. But in your example, you think that my dad, who knew the entire roster of the 85 Bears, somehow had, I don't know, a leg up on maybe my mom, who is like a diehard everyday, you know, locked in to her favorite team.
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin has an element of fans here are really, really good Wisconsin sports fans, but nationally there.
I think
you know
honestly
what's crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy.
I feel that's true in a lot of places. Like sports are becoming more and more regionalized
but I tell you
across the board.
I get tapped on the shoulder more in Tampa than I do here.
Well, that's because Tampa's also like a transient place.
Yeah.
That's not like there are very few people from Florida, right? Like,
Yeah.
yes, obviously there are a bunch that are born, raised, whatever in Florida, but so many people just move to Florida, like yourself.
Snowbirds?
Yes.
Well,
later in life.
And a lot of East Coasters. I played at Boston
BC.
College, which was really the only show in town when it came to college football.
Yeah. East Coast football.
Because we were the only Division I team. 1A. Because Connecticut back then was 1AA. So it was us and Syracuse. So that was it.
And I've met people over the years who have an encyclopedic knowledge of their favorite team, right?
Mhm.
And could tell you year in and year out who played, what the score was, what the record was, like da-da-da-da-da. But if you start talking to them about X's and O's, they're lost. Meanwhile, you've got people who know the X's and O's really well, but if you ask them, hey, what was the final score between the Packers and Vikings in 1997, whatever week it was, they'd be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't want to know. Randy Moss had 3 touchdowns, Jen. You don't want to know.
Oh, was that yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
so
I was there.
It just feels like there's all different sorts of sports fans.
Yes.
And I want to be inclusive to anybody who has a genuine interest in following their favorite teams, regardless of their, I guess, depth of history, if you will.
But can you call yourself a diehard? Like, can Josh call himself a diehard?
I think Josh is a diehard Packers
I
fan.
don't think he is.
Yeah, if he's watching every game and living and dying with the result, that's what diehard means. You're living and dying with the results,
No.
not because you can't name Don Hudson and how many touchdowns that he had back in. Can you name the Packers Super Bowl team from 1966?
I could probably come close. I could tell you this. I could name the 82 Brewers for years because, that's all you could watch on TV was baseball.
Yeah.
So you loved baseball back in the day. But I think to be a diehard, you should know the history of the team.
Well, yeah, but not knowing a backup safety.
It's Pryor.
Yeah, I know he's your teammate and you were there. That's why you know him.
New England Patriots.
What, you want me to name that team that you played?
You know the first professional guy I ever seen? First, in person.
I'm assuming you were a kid.
Yes. Trevor Maddich.
Really?
Oh.
Second round pick out of BYU, New England Patriots. He was at a camp, and I was like...
See, I couldn't have told you any team that Trevor Maddich played for because I know Trevor from ESPN and all the college football stuff that Trevor does.
Yeah.
I've worked shows with Trevor.
Yeah, we'll tell him
He's
that.
fantastic.
First one I ever met. He's great.
If I happen to do any Saturday shows this year with Trevor,
Yeah.
I will mention that. Hey, Mark Chimura said you're the first one that he ever saw.
Josh, as a diehard, how many people should he be able to name from the team in the 60s?
None. I don't think that
I
plays
think that
a
is
role in
crazy.
whether or not you are a diehard sports fan.
Well, but also it also has to do with how old you are, right?
No, you should know the history.
It's not his fault. He wasn't born in the 60s.
I wasn't born, you moron. And I could name them.
You weren't born then?
69. They were on
Nice.
their way down after that.
That's true.
Am I right?
It's very true.
No, but Will just caught a ton of iron right there.
Yeah, because he talked too much this morning. And he mouthed off.
I haven't heard him speak yet. That was the first time
I
I've
was
heard
a
him
little
talk.
late because I had to go pick up the trash at my wife's office, which I neglected to do yesterday. A little late.
Here we go.
Gabe let it go, but mouth over here. What's the matter? You don't believe in Lombardi time anymore?
I thought that was a good one.
What were you doing poking the bear, Will? Good.
I don't know.
Will can't help himself. If we're being honest, Will can't help himself.
Yeah.
All right, Chewy decided to show up late today, so he just left one at the rim for Will. What's he supposed to do, not dunk it?
Well, usually he's ready to give it back, too, and he just seemed really out of it and defeated. He's like, shut up. I don't care what you say.
Did you really say shut up?
I said it again, I believe, when he said, "What are you doing this week?" And I'm like, shut up.
You're so lucky that we don't have an HR department.
I know.
I mean, we do, but we I don't know where they are.
We just had him on the phone.
So he's currently in Newark at the airport.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Still a lot of stuff to get through this morning. Folks weighing in on what makes a sports fan. I am loving the reaction this morning, guys. We'll take a break. Be right back after this.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin believe and practice that shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling. That's not what they do at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They're a great sales team. They're going to come in, stick to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping you find the right fit for your home. That's what they did for me. About a year ago, they came into my house, went through all the different options. We were looking for a new front door. Old one, just it was letting a little bit of that air in from the outside. Wanted something that looked a little bit better for the house, and they walked me through the process. Even gave me an AI-generated look of what it could potentially look like on my house, and that was fantastic. I love the way that they just approached everything from the sales team to getting the door installed, and that's what's great. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, same team that manufactures those windows and doors also sells, installs, and services them. Real pricing with premium quality, no games. Schedule a free in-home consultation today. PellaWI.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Looking for your next unforgettable night out in Milwaukee? Step into Upper Bar, where the city lights meet the river's edge and every evening feels like an occasion. Perched above the Milwaukee River with sweeping downtown views, Upper Bar is your stylish escape to the heart of the city. Sip handcrafted cocktails, explore curated wines, and share flavorful bites made for good company. Whether you're meeting friends, starting your night, or just chasing the view, you'll find it all here. Upper Bar, elevated evenings right in the center of it all. Visit upperbarmke.com to learn more. If you're a golfer, a hunter, or someone who has a lot of gear, you know how quickly a garage can run out of space. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and I'm here to tell you that Closets by Design creates custom garage solutions designed around your lifestyle. From cabinets and storage systems to garage flooring, they create a place for everything. I love what they did with my closet. Now I understand why so many homeowners trust them with their garages too. Right now, you can get 40% off and ask about their special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell post-game concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the Final Kids Cheer Free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at Brewers.com.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champaign of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champaign of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
Trying to keep up with the 21st century can really get you down.
When you need a break, come to Kessler's. We'll turn your day around.
We have good air conditioning.
And we love making new friends.
The coffee's better than average.
Because we want you to come back again.
We want to be your jeweler.
My father told you for 29 years that he wanted to be your jeweler. He put that desire in everyone he hired.
And then he gave us the company.
He transformed our lives and gave us the most fun job on earth. It's easy to sell jewelry when you sell it for less than it's worth.
Come and take a look at our engagement rings.
And of course, we have thousands of other things. When you're having an overcast day, come to Kessler's. We're going to turn your day around. Free jewelry cleaning done by world-class professionals. While you drink your good coffee in a room full of diamonds and gold. Makes you feel better, no matter what you've been told.
One thing you definitely want to see before you're done
is our exclusive Kessler 81.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
With a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end-of-summer scaries into end-of-summer woes. Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Has your doctor told you it's time to lose weight? Milwaukee Weight Loss helps people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections or extreme workouts. Get $200 off through August 31st. Schedule your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Come on, guys. Let's think about this. Could you do 50 straight days of burgers?
That was very condescending. I just
No,
want to be
no,
clear
that's
on
not.
the
Let's put our heads together.
Again, I have children. I know condescending when I hear it.
Come on,
On 94.5 ESPN.
On a crowded trade show floor, first impressions matter. That's where Captivate Exhibits comes in because they know how to create memorable custom displays that grab attention and make an impact. They've helped businesses stand out for more than 32 years. I have been to their office and their warehouse with they've got so many different ideas and things that they are executing for partners for theirs. They, I know, are going to have you stand out on that trade show floor. From custom 3D exhibit design and fabrication to project management and show services. If you have a vision, the creative team at Captivate will design it, build it, and bring it to life. Because Captivate knows it's more than just a trade show booth. It's an opportunity to make a lasting impression. See how they can help you in your business today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
What is the number one thing you want to see tonight from your Green Bay Packers as they take on the Denver Broncos in preseason game 2? Let us know, 800-990-3776. You guys see this story? Penn State quarterback Rocco Becht says he'll skip in-person classes this year and take a custom online course created for him. But Becht doesn't know what the course is about. I don't know yet. We haven't picked it yet, says the Penn State quarterback. This got a lot of traction on social media, and to that I responded, where you been? This is the norm now for senior and elder, tenured quarterbacks and players in college football. Once they've got their degree, and even sometimes when they haven't gotten their degree, it's all a ruse, right?
Yeah.
It's all, but I actually think wasn't Matt Leinart an example of this? Wasn't there a long, yes, that he took ballroom dancing his senior year at USC, and that was the class that met the requirement for him to be able to play football.
I don't think Russell Wilson, the 1 year he spent in Wisconsin, because he was, again, a graduate student transfer to Wisconsin for that final year. I don't think he was taking a heavy class load at UW playing quarterback in his final semester of college. So yeah, this is grabbing the headlines because we talked about it yesterday. The kid who's the only class he's taking is an internship at a local golf range, so he will not be on campus really outside of his football responsibilities as well. Yeah, this is...
Why wouldn't you work towards a major?
No, they already got their degree.
Yeah, this is, or it's the last thing you need in order to graduate.
So, examples, like Joe Burrow, when he was at LSU, I don't think he took a single class on campus. I think he took one online class.
After he graduated?
He had graduated from Ohio State, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think. Again, some of these guys I get a little confused, but I do know that Joe Burrow was basically, his job was football, and that's literally all he did. And maybe he took one online course. Of course, the question always becomes, is the kid actually taking the online course, or is somebody else doing the work and then submitting it online? Like, that's where there's this gray area. But I think the reality is they're not there for school. Like, as much as we want to believe the facade that, they're student athletes, especially after they've earned a degree from one place and have transferred to another just for the opportunity to win a ring or win a conference title or whatever it is, they're not there for class. Joe Burrow didn't set foot in a classroom at LSU. I don't even think Fernando Mendoza did at Indiana. I think he was mostly taking graduate classes online as well. So, again, I'm not saying... don't be upset about it. I'm simply saying, this is sort of standard operating procedure at this point, Chew.
But if you're not a kid that's going to the NFL,
well, then
why wouldn't you work towards your master's? Like Coach got so much free education, got his master's while being a GA at Fresno, and then when he was at Iowa, worked towards another master's. So
how many masters does he have?
Well, he's short of the Iowa one because then he went right into, O-line coach, being an O-line coach, but crazy. I would work towards. I didn't have time.
Yeah, you didn't have time for your undergrad.
But isn't it just more evidence that this is, quote, unquote, that this is like the professional league?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, but that's one. I mean, how many guys off of a college roster, let's say middle of the road, let's say Iowa State, how many guys are going pro?
2 or 3?
It depends. Do they transfer to Penn State? And
Yeah.
then
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Probably not even 2 or 3. How many have a legitimate shot at having a pro career?
2 or 3?
But again, even those guys probably wouldn't finish their career at Iowa State. They'd probably transfer to a larger program where they get more eyeballs, depending on the position, of course, to lock up their draft status.
Yeah, but what about, the fifth-year starting left guard who is done?
Well, this is the bigger issue right now, Chew, is the fact that you can now go pro and go back because of a temporary restraining order. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that
throughout the course of this week.
They don't seem to be very happy about it either.
Well, no, because so you could be an undrafted free agent, sign your contract, get cut by an NFL team
and then
here
go
in
back?
2 weeks and go back.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
That is what
it should stop.
There is a temporary restraining order right now allowing that. Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, among others, are petitioning the judge who allowed the temporary restraining order to reconsider. So they're trying to fight it the best they can. But I don't know the last time the NCAA won a bleeping lawsuit.
I got to be honest with you guys. In my experience with Greg Sankey, he is typically very level-headed, common sense driven. Like, we've had conversations with him, the college football group at ESPN. I've obviously done some panels with him. And it seems like he always tries to lead with common sense. This, to me, feels like another example of him being like, what are we doing, guys?
Oh, yeah.
And not in a pound the table sort of like, I'm going to roar about it. It's more of like, hey, can we think about this for a moment?
I am someone who is, especially in college, so incredibly pro player. I don't have a problem with the transfer portal or
I don't
NIL.
like it every year, though. You don't mind it every year?
When you got coaches, Chew, that are just leaving playoff teams to go to a different job, the coaches can do it as much as they want. Coaches can just do whatever they want. How come players can't? What's the difference? So that's why I don't have a problem with it, because coaches don't practice what they preach.
I'm telling you, it's a different world out there.
Oh,
and talking to coach,
for coach, it's really hard.
Like, you know what's hard? It's these players making more than the coach does.
Yeah. And I got to imagine that's incredibly hard. But as long as coaches are doing what Lane Kiffin did, I have no problem. But
it's hard, though, because he lost 2 linemen last year. He
100%.
lost one to Michigan State and another one to Vanderbilt, who were sophomores. He's like, I mean, that's just part of the deal.
It's unfortunately part of the gig. This is too far, though. Like, this is, we're going too far.
I agree. It should stop at your draft position. You go in, you don't like where you're drafted, then you can go back. Yeah. But it should stop right there. Would you be all right with that?
You're talking about when they start to prognosticate, or they try to predict where you're going to fall, right?
Yes.
And if they say, right now we're seeing you falling in the 4th round, and you're like, I want to be a 1st or 2nd rounder, I'm going to go back and take.
No, I'm saying as far as like, okay, you're projected to be a 2nd round pick and you go in the 6th round, then be able to go back to school.
No way.
No, if you get drafted, you get drafted.
No.
Thank you. That's the threshold.
Is not pro player.
That's the threshold. If you've been drafted.
You've become incredibly pro player. Like, have we switched bodies here? What the hell's going on?
To be
Will,
fair,
you're with me, right?
That's what they do in baseball, though, Gabe.
I'm just defending Rocco Beck because...
Yeah, you can. So, yes, you can do that in baseball, where if you don't, you can always go back if you don't have the signing bonus that you want.
Go back and play college ball.
Mm-hmm. But baseball's also incredibly complicated because you have to stay for 3 years if you go to a 4-year institution. But if you go to a junior college, you can get drafted right out of that junior college after a year or after 2 years.
Because that big storyline has been how Miz almost went to LSU and he was almost teammates with Paul Skeens, but he was at the Crowder Community College, and it's part of the reason his journey has played out the way that it has. 800-990-3776. We're just talking about how don't be outraged when you see this story about Rocco Beck, who apparently has not decided yet what online class he is going to take. It is a custom online course created just for him. This is pretty standard at this point. This is the norm, especially for quarterbacks who the coaches believe and want to be consuming football 24/7.
All right, let me throw this out here. If you graduate, should you even have to go to school?
I would argue that's what this is.
I mean, the whole student-athlete thing is so stupid.
But that's what I would argue that's what this is. This is, you already have a degree.
Yeah.
We want you to focus on football 100%. We're going to create
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
A course for you.
Honestly, that's my favorite part about this is, while it's a custom class created just for him, he doesn't know what it is, even though it's created just for him. He just knows that it's created
called
for
cover
him.
2.
To be fair, I never knew what any of
The
my
finer
classes
points
were.
of cover 2
Finer
versus
points.
cover 3.
Yeah.
I picked all my classes the week before school started. I had no idea what any of them
Oh,
were.
I was a
In his
huge drop
defense,
ad guy. I'm like, I got a week off?
I'd be like, walking for wellness.
You don't drop ad the first week.
Walking for wellness
I took a
was
walking
class?
class, yeah.
Yeah, that's bananas. I mean, basket weaving, I am seeing a ton of people reacting saying like all of these courses that were, somebody said that forestry was a class at Penn State that a lot of football players would take. At Marquette,
What if you want to be a park ranger?
I had a lot of basketball players who were in history of baseball, which was a very popular class at Marquette.
All these big schools had these like history of I didn't have that at Platteville. You kidding me? We had real classes.
You would have crushed at history.
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
baseball.
saying. Tony Cartagena, teammate here, he went to UW. He took a class on The Wire, the TV show The Wire, which is fantastic.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I told you the haunted one I took.
Yes.
The paranormal. That was.
We didn't have any of those. We didn't have any of those.
I have to imagine those were like 1 credit classes, though, right? You're not pulling 3 for those, are you?
Well,
great question.
I
should
couldn't
text
do
DC.
it, but they actually went and stayed at Amityville Horror House.
Like as a field trip
Yeah. And at some graveyards. Would you do it?
for 3 credits? Hell yeah!
Wait, you slept in the graveyard?
Yeah.
With tents or just like?
Like New Orleans is weird, man.
Oh yeah.
New Orleans is spooky.
Yeah, a lot of voodoo stuff going on there, right?
Yeah, a lot of voodoo. My wife got kicked off a tour. I tell you what, if anyone thinks it's me, I have an issue with you. Kicked off the tour because she was calling BS on the guy talking about a grave. Ma'am, we'd like you to leave the tour. True story.
Wait, so they just left you in the graveyard?
No, they kicked us out. We had to walk.
Oh, you did. Hell.
Yeah. It ain't me. I mean, the other night was me, but you ever fall in the toilet?
I heard your story. Was it Angie who yelled at Will about 15 minutes ago, or was that you?
It was her
Yeah,
yelling
was it you that
through
didn't
me.
do the thing that you could have done last night, this morning? We're all bent out of shape.
Yeah.
Second hour of the show coming your way in 2 minutes.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
Still a little bit of an issue in Waukesha County. Westbound 94, just before Highway F. We've got left shoulder block now with a vehicle fire. It did have the left lane blocked because of the fire crews on the scene. They are gone. What's left is the car, a squad, and a tow truck. So hopefully that'll be out of there pretty soon. Eastbound, you're seeing delays from Highway 16 all the way to Springdale Road. On the westbound side, that's backed up pretty heftily from Calhoun, before Calhoun, all the way to the scene of that problem. On the eastbound further, right around the 76th Street area, you'll start to hit the brakes all the way to 68th and through the stadium interchange to 35th. Westbound slow from 35th to Hawley Road. A little bit more of a backup on northbound 41 now from Capitol Drive all the way up past Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, chance for morning showers. Afternoon strong storms are possible with a high of 78. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies, a low of 64. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring. But now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Is your home's lineup of interior doors ready for a fresh start? Mike Wood here from Callan. Now's the time to think about door replacement, and this month only, save up to 20%. New interior doors help completely transform the look and feel of your home. From a single hallway to an entire floor. The process is simple from start to finish with professional installation from Callan. Don't miss out. This special offer ends August 31st. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
Get your green and gold off-season fix right here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
Keep getting us your reaction to what is the number one thing you want to see tonight when the Packers take the field against the Denver Broncos. The starters are expected to play 2 series offensively. We assume that transfers to the defense as well. Denver has a pretty good defense, so I am very interested to see how Jordan Love and company, and especially that offensive line, stack up against one of the better defenses last year in the NFL. But I want to talk a little Brewers because we got a game coming up today at 3:10.
What? Did you not hear the open? We're talking with Jason Wilde.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
We could still talk Brewers.
No, I heard the open, which is why I started with the Packers and then just completely went off the rails. Jason, you there?
I am. I'm ready to talk Brewers.
Listen, that doesn't mean that at the end of this conversation, I will not ask you how excited you are about seeing Jacob Misiorowski and Chris Sale duel today at AmFam Field. But I do want to get your reaction to that question, the number one thing that you will be watching tonight in Game 2 of the preseason.
Marshawn Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Matt LaFleur about his debut earlier in the week. He basically acknowledged that, and I am as guilty of this as anyone. It was the greatest 4 carries for 13 yards and 1 reception for -4 in NFL history, because we were all just happy that he survived, right? And Matt LaFleur's point was basically, okay, great, but I got to get him more involved, and we got to see what he's got. We talked earlier in the week about this James Pierce thing with the Falcons and him being suspended 8 games. I again would reiterate that he was formally charged and then entered this diversion program as part of his agreement. So it's different than where things stand right now with Josh Jacobs. But as Shefty pointed out, there still could be discipline coming down from that situation. I can't imagine how much longer this is going to drag out without a decision on whether there will be formal charges filed or not against him in this incident. But regardless, between the injuries that he dealt with last season, especially that knee, and then this legal situation, they better have a backup plan. And it's clear that they want it to be Marshawn Lloyd. But 5 touches in Pittsburgh does not a full resume make when you've played 1 out of a possible 36 games that counted and got hurt in the 1 game you played. So he is far and away, before Jordan Morgan at left tackle, before what they're doing at guard tonight, before any of the stuff about Jordan Love, other than him getting out healthy. It's Marshawn Lloyd for me.
Jason, is Tyrod Taylor a lock as the backup, or does McCord have a shot?
I think he's a lock. I think the problem potentially could be if he plays well again tonight and then plays well again against the Cardinals. He was a 5th-round pick by Philly. This isn't some guy, some scrubini off the street. I know he went from Ohio State to Syracuse, but he played pretty well at Syracuse. And I'm not sure exactly what the Eagles' thought process was in moving on from him, but I don't know. I've been impressed by him in practice. Certainly, he is like every third quarterback. Like, he has some moments where he throws a pick, or you're like, I can't believe he missed that guy as badly as he did on a throw, because he's still a developing quarterback. But I would think the only concern would be, play well, but don't play too well. So, and Goody was talking about how, a lot of times you think your guys are in more danger of being claimed if you try to get them through waivers into the practice squad than they actually are, and how they go as a scouting staff, they go through and really, dig deep into other teams' depth charts and concerns about which of their guys those teams might claim if they do release them. But you have to be prepared for that risk. And, in the Packers case with McCord, I mean, the only time in the last 10 years that they've kept a third quarterback on the 53 was the year that Jordan Love redshirted in 2020 when Boyle was the backup. So they've had more quarterbacks on the roster during the course of the season. RIP football career to poor Clayton Tune after they threw him to the Wolves. But they don't usually come out of camp with 3 on the 53. So I think this is the biggest thing for McCord, is to play well, earn that third job, be on the practice squad. So next year they think he's good enough to be the primary backup.
Jason Wilde joining us on the Yingling guest hotline. Packers at Broncos tonight, 8 p.m. is the kickoff. How good of a test is this going to be for the offensive line? I'm assuming that we're not going to see Aaron Banks, because I would think that playing in a preseason game would fall under strenuous football activity, Jason. So I'm assuming we see Jagger Burton at left guard in the game tonight, which means Monk would be at right guard. How good of a test is that going to be against a team that was really good at getting after the quarterback last year?
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how much they show defensively versus, I know Gannon surprised us with some of the blitzes. I mean, that Oladapo blitz he sent last week, I was like, wow, now it's one thing to send Zaire Franklin through the A-gap, right?
Yeah.
Pretty
basic blitz.
Everybody runs that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But the Oladapo one, I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're showing this kind of thing. LaFleur did say they're going to be a little more choosy about what they show and what they don't. But I don't know what the Broncos are thinking. But yeah, it's a great test, right? And my favorite thing about my interaction with Aaron Banks this week, who, credit to him, man, I would be a grouchy guy who doesn't want to talk to anybody if I was in his spot. And, I interrupted a card game to talk to him during the week. But I brought up that exact quote. And I said, I don't understand how are you going to get ready for the season if, the phrase you used was strenuous football activity, aggravates the knee. And he says, did I say that? And I said, well, I wasn't there, but I don't think Spoon made up the quote. So yeah, I'm going to guess you said that. But it. And,
was that wrong?
I would say,
was I not supposed to do that?
Should I have remembered what I said? I mean, I just do so many interviews. That's frankly, from my perspective, I do forget what I say because I talk to so many different shows, right? But Chewy, I would ask you this. I wondered if LaFleur was kind of not so subtly sending a message of, hey, I don't give a you-know-what if your knee's sore. You got to get your butt out there for some team drills here. Because I was shocked that he went back-to-back, right? He practiced Tuesday, and then he did again on Wednesday. It was a slightly lighter practice. But I thought, well, there's no way they're going to practice him back-to-back days, and yet he was out there.
Sounds like he's on the Ken Rutgers program, Jason.
Yeah, but I always wondered if Rutgers was just milking that, and I don't know if I don't get the sense that Banks is that way, because the other thing about it, I mean, he did not play at such an incredibly high level that he doesn't need the work to sharpen his craft. And as Tausch always jokes about his line about the big Lamborghini program for Cliffy. Like, the fact of the matter is that there are very few people like Chad Clifton who can quite literally roll out of bed and pass protect. And I don't think Aaron Banks is one of those guys that doesn't need practice.
Well, from a conditioning standpoint alone, Jason, I mean, he's not a small guy. You know, you get those first couple of games where it's a little steamy. He ain't going to make it through a full game.
Right, and that's what leads me to wonder if we're going to institute the wildly popular Gabe Neitzel plan.
God bless America.
I could not even get your name out of my mouth before you started bemoaning this.
Well, well, when he was talking about conditioning, it was the first thing that popped in my head, Jason. Like, oh no, it's not going to be a rotation at right guard. It's going to be a rotation at left guard.
Like the one thing I would say, by the way, about this whole thing is that I don't know if Jagger Burton is better or worse than Jacob Monk. But the fact that he has had to play all that left guard, and it's great that he got all that left guard snap work, right? I mean, for him as a rookie, awesome to practice that much. So good for accelerating his learning curve. But, like, I do wonder if it had been head-to-head of Jacob Monk versus Jagger Burton at right guard, like a traditional training camp battle where they split reps down the middle with the ones, and then the other guy, when one's going with the ones, the other one goes with the twos, whether it's a day-by-day or period by period. I'd be curious who would have won that. But now I feel like if they decide Banks is good to go, like I kind of think it's too late for Burton to really challenge at right guard, right? Like they've invested so much into Monk's snaps there. So I don't know, but it's the line that I keep using. And this I do remember, unlike Aaron Banks with the strenuous football activity. The fact that this has played out the way it has, they went into training camp with questions on their offensive line, and they've managed to create more questions on their offensive line.
Who's the backup left tackle, Jason?
Another great question. I think if we're being honest as of right now, it's John Williams, the rocket scientist. I think
not the composer?
No. Although I love his work on Star Wars, right?
Oh, Star Wars, Jaws, Harry Potter. Yeah.
His degree is in aerospace engineering, so I think this John Williams can build you a rocket and protect your blind side. And he's had a pretty decent camp. I mean, he basically took a medical red shirt last year with his back, so he has been one of the pleasant surprises. But I think their plan is, because you also can't have like 10 offensive linemen active on game day, is for Belton to try and get more work at both tackle spots and have him be the swing guy, which again, I don't know if that's better or worse that you invested all those snaps in him at right guard now you're trying to get him work at left tackle so he can be ready to be the swing guy.
Jason, those guys played keep away for a
Go
while.
Brewers!
So this is Jen. Good morning. There's some rumors out there about the Packers potentially looking at cornerbacks, maybe trying to add to that unit. Do you think they're going to add someone, or do you think they're going to be content with the guys that they have? And again, Gabe's point earlier this morning when we were discussing this was Brian Gutekunst says he's always, looking to improve his roster. So take that for what you will.
Where's the rumor coming from? Like, is it from somebody that knows what they're talking about, or because I don't want to be poo-pooing?
It started. Jordan Schultz had the report that teams are checking in on Joey Porter Jr. with the Steelers, who's currently on PUP with a back injury. He's also looking for a new contract, and I believe Easton Butler is the one who put out that the Packers have made calls on a number of different corners that include Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be intrigued if they wanted to add a guy who wants a contract. They can't even get something done with their stud tight end. Right. Look, I understand public perception of Keyshawn Nixon. Brandon Cisse, I'm not going to say he's one of my favorite players I've ever covered since I've only covered him for a couple of months, but I like everything about him. Like, I love his maturity. I love the fact that he doesn't, quite frankly, think he's very good. Like, he certainly recognizes his good moments, but like there are plenty of rookies who would be put in position to start opening day, which is what he's in position to do, and would be walking around, strutting around like a peacock. And he is humble. I like how physical he is. I was talking to Bobby Babich about him, and how, Babich said basically, look, we have to balance how hard he is on himself with also kind of celebrating his victories. But when LaFleur says, guys are made of the right stuff, he's legit, right? Like, again, he's a dad at age 21, which I don't know about anybody else on this panel, but I have a hard time imagining myself at 21, and I think I was pretty mature. So I just like everything about him. And then, are any of the other guys Darrelle Revis? No, right? But, Valentine's played a lot of football for you, and in terms of coverage, he's been pretty good. Tackling, maybe not. Obviously, I have a different opinion of Nixon than a large swath of the fan base does. St. Juste is a different type of corner at 6'3" and long, but I think he's had some good moments. And then they've got this kid, Jalen Simpson, who I think has had one of the most surprising positive camps on the defensive side of the ball. So I would never say never, and I would certainly never poo-poo other people and what they've heard, and I'm certainly not calling as many agents as those guys are. But, I would be curious what their thought process is on why they're doing that, because that would indicate to me that their thoughts do not match their words on various players. And maybe maybe all the nice things that the coach and the general manager have said about Keyshawn Nixon, maybe secretly they feel the same way about him as the fan base, as a portion of the fan base does.
Jason, if you call yourself a diehard Packers fan, should you know the history?
Yes.
Thank you.
You should also know most of the backups.
But his point earlier was that you need to know the roster from 1960 or something like that. And I don't think it has to be that specific. Yes, you should know some history. You should know that the Packers. Go ahead.
What if I've been put in the middle of
Yes,
this?
exactly. Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
He's upset.
Joshy thinks he's the greatest Packer fan in the world. He didn't even know who Mike Pryor is. No idea.
So I would say that while you don't have to know who, say, Randy Kinder is, who was a running back at Notre Dame that they converted to corner, you should know who Mike Pryor is. He intercepted
He was a backup safety.
There we go.
Jason, he was a backup safety.
Doesn't matter.
He had an interception in the Super Bowl.
Sure, but he was a backup safety.
Who was the backup receiver? Who was the backup receiver in Super Bowl I
Now you
that
see what
had
we're
a hell
getting
of a
into,
game?
Jason. Here it is.
What's his name, Gabe?
Yeah, I know his name.
You see what I'm talking
Say
about,
it.
Jason?
Max McGee.
Yes.
But that's
Say
also a
his
famous
name.
story.
Say his name.
I don't recall any famous
It's
stories
very-
about Mike Pryor being out the night before
It's
and
very
being
tell the
hungover when he had to
truth-esque,
play
isn't
and
it,
picked
Jason?
off Drew Bledsoe.
That was the guy on the other side.
Tell the truth.
Eugene.
We're going to let you
He's
go
just-
because...
you're
a
late.
couple years later,
Yeah.
Eugene, that was something else Eugene got himself into when he was a safety for the Falcons.
The biddies are
never really know
arguing
his
again,
name.
Jason. I'm going to let you go. Have a great day. Enjoy the game this evening. We'll talk to you again soon. Good grief.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
Looking for your next unforgettable night out in Milwaukee? Step into Upper Bar, where the city lights meet the river's edge and every evening feels like an occasion. Perched above the Milwaukee River with sweeping downtown views, Upper Bar is your stylish escape in the heart of the city. Handcrafted cocktails, curated wines, flavorful bites. Whether you're meeting friends or starting your night or chasing views, you will find it all here. Upper Bar for elevated evenings right in the center of it all. Visit upperbarmke.com to learn more.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
The only problem we've got right now is the northbound on 41 from Capitol Drive up past Hampton. It's a bit backed up there. Eastbound 94, a little bit right past 68th Street. And again, from the stadium to 35th. Westbound is squeaky clean right now. We do have one broken down vehicle also northbound 4394, right about at Holt. It is on the right shoulder. It's a truck. like a box truck off on the right shoulder. Planning a home project or need added flexibility? Tap into your home's value with a home equity line of credit from Great Midwest Bank. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your simply local equal housing lender. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, chance for morning showers. Afternoon strong storms are possible with a high of 78. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies, a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket. So get yours now and hold on tight.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
After talking sports every day on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, I still have the same family priorities that you do. One of the best feelings is knowing that you've taken care of the people you love. That's exactly how I felt after working with Kirsten Hildebrand and her team at Hildebrand Law Firm. They made estate planning easy, personalized everything to my family's needs, and explained every step along the way. I left feeling confident and prepared with a real peace of mind. The best time to make a plan is before you need one. Visit hildebrandlawfirm.net to request your consultation today or call and tell them Jen sent you.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems, installation of new or old hoops, and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
So you mentioned Super Bowls and parties and how they don't go hand in hand, which again is an absurd comment by you two, but it's just one of many on the show.
Dumber thing that Chewy has said this morning. Super Bowls and parties don't go hand in hand, or cheddar is not a top 10 cheese.
On 94.5 ESPN.
There's nothing like the neighborhood spot on a game day. Every stool's taken, every screen is on. 1 minute you're surrounded by strangers, but then the next, you're high-fiving your new best friends. And when it's your turn to order, ask for Yingling Flight. It's the next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs, and flavor that holds its own from kickoff to the final whistle. A light beer that drinks like you mean it. Yingling Flight. It's the next generation of light beer. DJ Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
My excitement is through the roof for this matchup today at AmFam Field. Jacob Misiorowski, who is, I believe, the favorite right now for the Cy Young in the National League, facing Chris Sale, who I believe is like second or third.
He is second right now. Mm-hmm.
Cy Young, what would you call it? Not the rankings, but the odds. The odds to win the Cy Young. Jacob Misiorowski has obviously been a phenom. He has been incredible to watch this season. Even when, I believe it was his last start, didn't he only have like 6 strikeouts? By his standards, that's a down game, right? We're used to Miz, consistently being in double-digit strikeouts. Even when he doesn't have apparently his best stuff, he is still an incredible pitcher, and he has been a big reason why people are excited about the Brewers. I'll tell you this, guys. I was talking to Kirk Herbstreit the other day. He is convinced, locked in, and he's a huge Reds fan, as you guys probably know.
Man, he was
that the Brewers are going to win the World Series.
Complaining about the Reds earlier this year on social media. He crashed out. Crashed out about the Reds.
But I will tell you this. He is confident. Like he said to me the other day, he's like, and the Brewers are winning it all this year, right? I was like, hey, from your lips, buddy. All the way up. What is your excitement level, Gabe, for this game today?
Oh, yeah. But saying Chris Sale is second, it's true. Chris Sale is second in NL Cy Young odds. Do you know what the odds are right now at Potawatomi for the Cy Young Award? I've got them in front of me. So Chris Sale's plus 750. He's in second.
150?
It's minus.
Miz is a minus?
Yeah.
Minus 300.
Higher?
Minus 500.
Keep going.
What? Minus 1,000?
A minus 1,000 for me. Meaning, Chew, you would have to bet $1,000 to win 100 right now at Potawatomi for Miz to win the Cy Young.
That doesn't sound like a good bet.
That's how much of a favorite he is right now. I'm incredibly excited. I think it's going to be a sellout today. It's going to be fantastic. And we've been saying it all year, pack the stadium whenever Miz is pitching. And to get it on 3:10 on a Friday afternoon, yeah, it's going to be a great pitching matchup. But it is a big series for the Brewers.
Huge series.
Because they lost 2 of 3 to Atlanta in Atlanta back in June. And as tight as things are right now, Brewers have the best record in the National League. Dodgers are 2 games back of them. Brewers have the tiebreaker. So that helps if they end up tied with the Dodgers. Braves are only 4 games back.
Yeah.
So you want that tiebreaker, and to have a chance at the tiebreaker, you got to win 2 or 3. You got to win this series, and it's a weird series because 3:10 today, 1:10 tomorrow because they've got to fly out to Williamsport for the game on Sunday night. So it's a bit of an odd series, but it's something you're going to have to navigate and find a way to win 2 out of 3 because you at least want to split the season series with the Braves. Have to do that.
Yeah.
Because you want to have a chance at that tiebreaker. So in case you end up tied with the Braves, you either end up with that 1 or 2 seed. You got to have a bye. That's imperative in the National League. You want to play as few of series as you possibly can, as stacked as the National League is.
Brewers are a better team, though. Right?
Yeah, I think they are.
When healthy, when they've got all of their players at their disposal. But do you think a guy like Joey Ortiz is going to keep performing? And look, again, from our lips, up top, do you think he's going to keep performing at this type of level all through September and into the postseason, Gabe?
I don't know.
Only one way to find out, and that's putting him in the lineup every day. Like, you ride it until he stops hitting. Had another RBI yesterday. Yeah, he had a couple strikeouts, but you got to find a way to keep Joey Ortiz, I think, in that lineup. He's playing third base. He's playing shortstop. So he played shortstop yesterday. So Cooper comes back. They play him one game, gets the next day off. And I'm sure they probably want to monitor him, Terang, who's dealing with the knee thing. Like, you want to monitor those things and try to make it as easy as possible for them to ease their way back in. And to me, that's an easy solution. You just make sure that Joey's in the lineup, whether it's at shortstop or third base, until he stops hitting.
Well, they just have to get through Sale because the rest of their staff is not anywhere close to Sale. Correct? Their pitching is not great.
They have a really good bullpen, though.
And here's what I also think. I think that our perspective has been skewed by how good Jacob Misiorowski, Logan Henderson, and Kyle Harrison have been 1, 2, 3, right? All 3 of them, we talk a lot about the Miz, but all 3 of them have ERAs under 3, right? And I know we talked before about how the changing in the scoring helped a little bit, but like, I wonder too if we are so spoiled by how good those 3 have been, we look at other staffs and go, you're not that good. You know, like you got Chris Sale, but after that, it's not as good as the 1, 2, 3 punch that the Brewers have in their rotation.
But I'll feel really good if they win today.
Yeah, you beat Sale, and you're able to get a couple of hits against them. I'm sure they'll have their right-handed heavy lineup in there. I'm sure Gary Sanchez will be in the lineup either as the DH or at first base. I'm guessing they're going to have the right-handed heavy lineup in there against Sale.
Who would Atlanta play right now?
When does that get announced, by the
3?
way, for a 3 o'clock
lineup? Probably be out around 11 or noon, 3 or 4 hours.
Like, who would they play? Atlanta.
Right now,
the first wild card.
They would play the last wild card. So they would play the 6 seed because 1, 2 would have the bye. So
Okay.
3 plays 6, 4 plays 5.
Okay.
And they would be the 3 seed as the other division winner. So right now,
Yeah, this is a huge series.
Yeah.
Keep them.
Well, 'cause again,
keep them where they're at.
in those 3-game series, anything can happen, as we see.
Yeah,
You know,
well.
especially when you're playing good teams, playoff teams that earn their way there. Anybody can beat anybody in 2 out of 3. The margin for error in those wild card series is just so small, as we saw with the Brewers a couple of times that they've been in them.
Yeah.
So you just want to avoid that, even when they're at home. Avoid it. Get into the 5-game series, and the margin for error is better in terms of.
Why did Herbie say what he did? Just doesn't think the Dodgers have it this year?
It's a good question. I didn't ask him specifically Brewers v. Dodgers. He just has been very high. Now, look, he probably sees a lot of Brewers games when they play the Reds.
And they beat up on the Reds pretty regularly.
Pretty consistently, so there may be some of that. But unprompted, he just, volunteered, was like, the Brewers are winning it all this year. And I was like, well, hopefully, that'd be great. It'd be a very busy fall, but yeah, it'd be great. Chew, your excitement level, because again, you tune in a lot. You like watching The Miz. Your excitement level for this matchup, I imagine you'll be popping a squat and catching it.
Oh, 310's perfect.
Popping a what?
Popping a squat.
What's that?
Where you sit down.
Pooping?
Pop a squat,
That's what I was thinking.
What?
Yeah.
Who squats when they poop?
What do you do? Lay on your back?
I sit down.
What do you think a squat is?
Squatting. You've never heard the phrase pop a squat?
Never.
The only time I've heard it is in reference to, similar to taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
No. Will, have you
I'm
heard
with
pop
you.
a squat?
Yeah, I've heard that as you walk into someone's office and hey, pop a squat. Let's talk.
No, popping a squat is what Adam Sandler did
I've
in the
never
movie
heard
Click.
of that. Yeah.
No.
Pop a squat.
Pop a squat is a casual slang phrase that means to sit down or sit on the couch or sit on the ground, it says.
I mean, I've heard females go, I got to go squat in the woods, right? Where there's no bathroom. Yes.
Well, listen, you could do that while you watch the Brewers game today if you want. I mean,
probably will.
I'm not going to judge you if you choose to multitask.
I got an outdoor TV.
Chewy loves going outdoors.
Yeah.
It's one of his favorite things.
No, I'll be watching.
Okay, so they're saying Papa Squat is actually a mishearing of Kappa Squat. Have you guys heard Kappa Squat? Maybe
I've
which
heard
is the
Papa
more
Shot.
That's fun.
I've heard
I have a good
Papa
time.
Roach and Papa Smurf.
Yeah.
But
Pop a squat. All right.
I'm glad you and I were on the same page there.
put it on the Infinity Exterior Twitter poll for me, will you, Will?
We're going to trust the internet with this
I'm
one?
just saying, do you
I don't know if I want to put this out there. It seems like people might run with it.
Are you familiar with the phrase Papa Squat? No, that doesn't work, though,
No.
because you're familiar with the phrase,
Correct.
but you think it means something other
That
than
is
what I was
correct.
saying. it
That
was.
means let's talk? That's weird.
No, it means
it means
sit
have a
down,
seat.
have a seat. But
Like, if
apparently,
you're,
it's
going to,
Papa Squat.
Yeah,
apparently.
if you're going to your neighbor's house or something,
Just
come
so
in,
you
pop
know,
a squat
if
right
you
there.
Google search Papa
If
Squat.
I walked into my neighbor's house
Where
and
are
they
you
told me
from?
to pop a squat, I'm leaving.
Are you from Chicago?
Yeah, the
All
suburbs.
right, now I get it. It's a Chicago thing.
You think it's a Northern Illinois thing?
That's
gotta
what they
be.
grew up with? That's
I don't know.
Just so
like
you know,
popping soda?
There is a whole conversation happening online regarding the phrase Papa Squat. So, there's multiple people who are like, have you ever heard of this phrase? Do you know what it means? Are you familiar with the phrase? What does it mean? So, this is not all that unusual. I appreciate you guys bringing it to my attention. I thought it was more understood universally, but are you going to sit down and watch the Brewers game today?
I thought it was more of crossing swords.
No, I mean, look, I'm rooting for you to be regular, bud.
Yeah.
Gut health is important.
Yeah. All right. We got that out of the way.
Yes, we'll take a break. Gabe, we have a contest happening.
Well, because Miz is pitching today, so it's our Miz contest brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer to check out Toyota's incredible lineup, like the Tacoma, Camry, and RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. So with the Miz on the mound, we need 3 contestants at 800-990-3776. We'll take callers number 4, 5, and 6. You'll be randomly assigned a strikeout total. If Miz hits the number of strikeouts in your total, you win a couple of tickets to a future Brewers game. Callers number 4, 5, and 6 right now, 800-990-3776.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Really, have The only problem we've got right now is the northbound on 41 from Capitol Drive up past Hampton. It's a bit backed up there. Eastbound 94, a little bit right past 68th Street. And again, from the stadium to 35th. Westbound is squeaky clean right now. We do have one broken down vehicle also northbound 4394, right about at Holt. It is on the right shoulder. It's a truck, like a box truck off on the right shoulder. Planning a home project or need added flexibility? Tap into your home's value with a home equity line of credit from Great Midwest Bank. Visit greatmidwestbank.com, your simply local equal housing lender. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, chance for morning showers. Afternoon strong storms are possible with a high of 78. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies, a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform, not just exist. Your storytelling would inspire, not fall flat. Your integrated campaigns would create impact, not excuses. There'd be no refreshing dashboards, no waiting on a report to explain what happened. It's time to generate quality leads and turn them into customers. Let's make it happen with Saturn Lounge, your marketing partner for clear, measurable results. Visit us today at SaturnLounge.com. When marketing works, it shows.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geis today. For 70 years, Geis has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geis.
ESPN fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Whether you're putting in long days on the job, coaching the kids, spending weekends on the golf course, or just trying to stay active, your body takes on a lot. And if back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica have become a part of your routine, Jens Family Chiropractic believes it's worth finding out why. Their focus is identifying the cause of the problem, not just covering up symptoms. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Mark Toscher here, and 25 years later, we still climb so they are never forgotten. Join the Green Bay Metro Fire Department and Pierce Manufacturing for the 14th annual 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb, Saturday, September 12th at Lambeau Field. Climb at your own pace while carrying the name and photo of one of the 343 fallen firefighters. It's not about how fast you climb, it's about why you climb. All funds raised benefit the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Register or donate at piercemfg.com/climb.
Looking for your next unforgettable night out in Milwaukee? Step into Upper Bar, where the city lights meet the river's edge and every evening feels like an occasion. Perched above the Milwaukee River with sweeping downtown views, Upper Bar is your stylish escape to the heart of the city. Sip handcrafted cocktails, explore curated wines, and share flavorful bites made for good company. Whether you're meeting friends, starting your night, or just chasing the view, you'll find it all here. Upper Bar. Elevated evenings right in the center of it all. Visit upperbarmke.com to learn more.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
He hates the ending of all comedies. Apparently doesn't like happy endings.
I love happy endings. Don't take it that far.
Muy bueno. Maybe that's a vote for Groundhog Day for you.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Have I told you guys about how great it is to pull up my driveway and see my home and actually be proud of how it looks? My home used to be drab, dull, and boring. But since we worked with 2-Day Painting, it now has a new life. And I cannot tell you about how great the experience was. It doesn't have to be stressful because if you work with 2-Day Painting, you will get professional, high-quality workmanship with a strong attention to detail. Every project includes that free color consultation, so if you're not sure what direction you want to go for the exterior of your home, they will guide you. Right now, ask about 15% off your project and free touch-ups for life. They also do free estimates. Schedule that free estimate at 2daypainting.com. It's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you. I got a lot of folks weighing in on what they are watching for tonight in the Green Bay Packers Denver Broncos preseason game. And a lot of people, guys, are talking about the offensive line. I think there are a lot of questions about who is going to be where, how much you can rely on a rookie, the injuries that have plagued some of these guys. And Gabe, do you think we can take much from the unit that they put out there for the first drive of the game, the first offensive drive, or do you think they're still sort of experimenting with the combinations?
Well, the guards, we know who the tackles in the center are. Those spots aren't up for grabs. Jordan Morgan, Zach Bowele, and Sean Ryan's your center. And it's going to be some combination of the three of Aaron Banks, Jagger Burton, and Jacob Monk. And as Jason said, it kind of feels like almost like last year when we thought we were going to get the left tackle competition between Jordan Morgan and Rasheed Walker. But because of some injuries, they ended up having to have Morgan play right guard, so you didn't really get that competition. So then he's just too far behind it. It ends up being, by default, the incumbent in that position. But this time around, because right guard was open and Monk continues to play there, he's probably got a leg up if Aaron Banks is healthy enough.
Are they off on Belton?
Belton's not a guard anymore. He's a tackle.
Wow. Okay.
So he's probably the backup right tackle.
O-line and corner. See who starts. But I assume Keyshawn's going to start at the 1.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Keyshawn and Cisse.
Really?
I think those are going to be your two starting corners. And we get locked into cornerback 1. The Packers don't have anyone good enough to follow anybody around. So it's just
they don't flip-flop.
It's
they
just
play
the two
aside.
starting corners, right? It's a left starting corner and a right starting corner.
But I also
and that's it.
saw Gannon wants a safety to play in the slot.
Well,
which their nickel guy anyway was.
Yeah, it's Javon Bullard.
Yeah.
Bullard's their slot guy.
Yeah.
When healthy, Bullard's going to be starting the slot.
Which helps because it gives you a little better run support when you have a safety up there instead of a corner. They're a little more willing to tackle. So that's a position, and then who's gonna be the front runner at D end after this game. But not only the pass rush, but Denver rushes the ball. They run the ball pretty efficiently, or they did last year. So, yeah, there's some areas.
No, this is a good test.
Yeah,
this is a good test early in the game, and it's makes me happy that the Brewers
are you
going to
watch?
Or are you
still going to be stubborn when it comes to the preseason?
No, I'm going to watch.
Oh, don't act like you like preseason games now.
No, because the second half is worthless.
No, those are backups, and a lot of them are going to play, and they weren't very good last.
And a lot of them aren't even going to be on the team.
That is
cut down the roster in 2 weeks.
Although we're getting to the point in camp where if they start holding guys out of these games, backups, I'm saying, you're pretty much gone. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put you guys on the spot here, and I want you to rank those positions. The ones that you guys have mentioned that you will be paying attention to. Chewy, which one is most important, right? You just talked about offensive line. You talked about defensive end. You talked about cornerback. I know you had talked about Marshawn Lloyd earlier in the show. We're going to give you some NFL music.
Okay.
Give me the rankings, lowest to highest from a priority standpoint for this team.
Lowest priority would be corner. I think they got 4 that can play. It's just which ones are going to start. I'm going to say 3. It's kind of like an ABC. I'll give you number 1. O-line's clearly number 1. And then between Lloyd and the D end, they're probably a push as far as importance. Just because we don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs, not only the injury, but obviously what we talked about earlier. So,
does that uncertainty with Josh Jacobs elevate Lloyd? Maybe if you're talking about you got a push there between 2 and 3, would that maybe give it more priority because there is the uncertainty?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. If Jacobs was fine and there were no problems or anything, then I mean, it'd still be a priority because Emmanuel Wilson, he played a lot last year. And Josh Jacobs is not as effective when he's beat up. So someone's going to have to carry some of the workload. We don't know who that is. But with the question marks behind Jacobs, I think, like you said, it elevates the importance of Lloyd. So,
Gabe, do you agree?
Yeah, I would go 4. 4 for me would be the opposite of LVN. Like whoever's going to be the other outside linebacker, they're just going to continue to rotate through, even
And
when
they'll
they get to
create
regular
a pass
season.
rush, right?
Correct.
Like, I mean, you cannot survive in 2026 in the NFL without creating some sort of pass rush.
Yeah.
So they'll figure it out.
Yeah. And again, not saying it's not important, but I think they've got their bodies. They're going to rotate through. They're going to find something.
And I also think when you talk about expectations, there's not a single soul out there who expects whatever they manufacture to be as good as Micah Parsons. So we all are sort of tempering our expectations when it comes to the pass rush early in the season.
Yeah, two is the corners, just because I'm with Chew. I think they have 4 that they like, and what that rotation looks like remains to be seen, but they kind of like the 4 that they have. Marshawn Lloyd, just because there's a ton of question marks. Okay, you had 5 touches last week. Can you handle 10 touches this week? Can you double that and be good? And I mean, to me, the offensive line's the biggest thing.
let me ask you this. Wow. If he did get hurt again, do you cut him?
Lloyd?
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the hook for some of the money.
Yeah, but still 3 years in a row. I mean,
but when you have the type of talent that he does, you're always going to get that opportunity all the way through the contract.
Go ahead and give us your rankings. Chewy and Gabe have given us theirs for the priorities this evening: defensive end, running back, offensive line, and cornerbacks. Go ahead and rank those for us on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. We did put it on the Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll. When you hear the phrase "pop a squat," what do you think? Poop? Take a dump? Or have a seat? Infinity Exteriors, refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com.
I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. Before meeting with the team at Jens, I had never stepped foot once inside a chiropractic office. I'm really glad that I did, because Jens Family Chiropractic has a number of different things they can do to help you if you're dealing with lower back pain. And that's what they were dealing with me. For me, lower back pain, maybe for you, it's back pain, neck pain, headaches, sciatica. Jens Family Chiropractic can help you because they're focused on finding what's really causing the issue. So whether it's getting an adjustment, whether it's doing their non-surgical spinal decompression, whether it's going through soft wave tissue regeneration therapy, they have a number of different solutions that can help you not just manage the pain, but help you overcome the pain. Advanced treatment options. It's a long-term approach to care. Learn more. Check out new patient specials. JentsFamilyChiropractic.com. That's JentsFamilyChiropractic.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
All of the drama, all of the heart-pounding anticipation.
What if your next coffee run, game day bet, Sunday dinner, and chance to win big all happened in the same place? Hey, it's Jen Latta. Joining me today is Sarah Neubauer from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. All right, Sarah, let's start with the coffee. What makes Cream City Coffee Company a great spot for sports fans?
So it's super convenient, also free and easy parking, and Cream City Coffee Company is right next to our sports betting kiosks. So you can grab your morning coffee, check the lines, and place your bet for the day or weekend all in one stop.
What a great way to start the day. And if you're ready for fall, you've got some new flavors coming August 25th.
Absolutely. We're bringing back those classic fall flavors with drinks like our pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice frappe, and pumpkin toffee white mocha. And we've got plenty of fall treats too, including pumpkin cream cheese muffins, apple cider donuts, mini pumpkin pies, and more.
That sounds fantastic. All right, let's switch gears from coffee to a pretty incredible Sunday dinner. Tell me about the Sunday Feast for Two at Dream Dance Steakhouse.
For $120, 2 people get Caesar salads, a 32-ounce bone-in ribeye, twin 5-ounce lobster tails, mashed potatoes, asparagus, and our signature Dream Dance chocolate cake.
And there's wine included too, right?
Yes, there is. You also get your choice of a bottle of red or white wine. It's a pretty great way to finish the weekend.
And if you're looking for another reason to make a trip to Potawatomi, you've got WinFest happening now through September.
That's right. Play with your Potawatomi Rewards card to earn monthly entries, and those entries roll into our September 25th finale for chances to win cars, dream vacations, free play, and a ton of cash.
Coffee, game day betting, an incredible dinner, and a chance to win big. That's a pretty solid lineup. Where can everyone go to learn more?
Potawatomi.com.
That's POTAWATOMI.com.
Has your doctor told you it's time to lose weight? Is your blood pressure up? Your cholesterol climbing? Or you're already on medication and wondering, is this just my life now? Have you been told you need a procedure or surgery, but you have to lose weight first? That's where many people get stuck. At Milwaukee Weight Loss, they help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, prepackaged meals, or extreme workouts. More importantly, they help you keep it off, so you're not stuck wondering what problem is next. Imagine improving your health, taking pressure off your joints, and feeling better every day. Because if nothing changes, it could mean more medications or bigger problems down the road. Josh DiMaggio here. For me, Milwaukee Weight Loss is more about the number on the scale. I have more energy, I feel healthier, and I am eating healthier, and I'm building habits I can stick with to keep the weight off for good. Now it's time to give back to you. $200 off now through August 31st. Schedule a free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill. One person with the lawn games. One who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
The other side of the world, and I'll let you know if I want to come back and coach your little game.
He's Jay Peterman.
Ian Rappaport tweeting yesterday, and I thought this was interesting. The Broncos the last 2 weeks. You guys done?
I got more.
On 94.5 ESPN.
I want to talk to you guys about a tough conversation, and it's one that a lot of people put off because it's a tough conversation. What happens to all your things if something happens to you? It's a conversation I wasn't willing to have until my dad passed away, and he left us in the lurch, just absolute chaos. And I thought, I don't want to do the same for my family. That's why I worked with Hildebrand Law Firm and Kirsten Hildebrand to get my estate planning in order. We did a will, we did a trust, we did power of attorney, we did all of those things. I did what I call tiers of tragedy. If something happens to me, if something happens to my husband, if something happens to my son, if something happens to my mom, we figured out the plan in case those tragedies strike. And I tell you, it offers such a calming peace of mind. If you find yourself wondering, what's your will situation, your trust situation, power of attorney, or estate planning, contact my friends over at Hildebrand Law Firm. Kirsten is fantastic. She will walk you through it, make it easy. All of their information is there on their website. Make sure you check it out. It's Hildebrand Law Firm for your estate planning. I don't know what I'm more excited for. Well, I know what I'm most excited for. Sorry, I was going to try to do it, but it's the Homestead football team tonight. My son's playing Homestead versus Germantown. They call it the Battle of Mequon Road. I'm excited about that. That'll be my top priority tonight. But then I think it's got to be Miz v. Sale. I think that's what I'm most excited for, followed by Packers preseason game number 2.
And the good news with a 3:10 first pitch, don't really have to choose between high school football and Miz.
And isn't the preseason game earlier tonight because it's out in Mountain Time or something like that? Did I see that?
Well, it's later. It's 8 o'clock.
Darn it. Thought maybe I could sneak it in before the high school football game tonight.
No, it's an 8 p.m. kickoff for the Pack tonight.
All right. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Will Dean Tosh is next on ESPN Milwaukee.
At this point,